So what do you think about the weather we've been having?
Well, I think we're finally starting to get into that fall feel kind of weather. A little bit of rain, a little bit of chillier temperatures.
Which I'm happy about. I was sick of the heat. It was too hot.
Getting a little too old.
Yeah.
Well, we'll take it over to Sophia with more. Hey, Sophia.
Hi, guys. Welcome back, everybody, to your Hump Day forecast. And they are right. Those warmer temperatures that we were dealing with last week are finally starting to dissipate. As we take a look at Northeast Ohio, Ashtabula, Cleveland, and Sandusky are all sitting at 65 degrees. Manfield is hitting 68. Worcester, Canton, and Kent are at 67 right now, and Y-Town, my town, is currently at 68 degrees. Moving right along to the entire state of Ohio, Lima is sitting at 64, Akron's at 67, Steubenville's at 68, Dayton and Athens are at 74, Columbus is sitting at 72, and Cincinnati, a little warmer than everyone else in Ohio, sitting at about 76 degrees. And moving forward, moving on into your 7-day forecast, tomorrow is going to be a high of a nice 69 degrees with a low of 44. It'll be mostly cloudy tomorrow, like I had mentioned earlier. You'll have some clouds in the afternoon, but other than that, a very nice day. Friday, you're going to have a lot of sun with a high of 71. 72, our home opener for the Kent State Golden Flashes, will be mostly sunny with a high of 72. Sunday and Monday will have chances of rain, both at 69 and 67, and we will be monitoring that throughout the rest of the week. Monday, it'll be partly cloudy, Tuesday, rather, will be a high of 72. And then Wednesday, this time next week, it'll be nice and sunny with a high of 77. And that concludes my report for this week. Reporting for TV2 News, I'm Sophia Sainato.
Saturday and Sunday's highs are expected to dip down to the mid and lower 50s. So, Sophia, you're here to tell us more about these changing temperatures.
I'm ready for some more cooler weather, but I don't know about you. What about you, Sophia?
You know, I haven't really been a big fan of it being above 80 degrees, but I'm kind of that person that's really just a 65 and sunny type of gal. So looking at our temperatures this week, I am not much of a happy camper, but I did want to show you what we're looking at in Kent, Ohio right now. It is 79 degrees currently. It feels like 81, and that dew point is about 59. North-northeast winds at about 7 miles per hour, 49% humidity, not too bad, and full visibility at 10 miles. Moving into tomorrow's forecast, it is going to be a high of 79 like it is right now. It's going to be cloudy. There's a 40% chance of rain, and it will be very humid. It'll be south-southwest winds at about 5 to 10 miles per hour, and your sunset will be at 7:01 p.m. Moving into my fall break commute forecast at 8 p.m. tonight, it's going to be 70 degrees with some light winds. It's going to be a clear night for those of you driving like I am back home. 9 a.m. tomorrow, it'll be 66 degrees with a full cloud cover, but there is no chance of rain. And by 12 p.m. tomorrow, it'll be 74 degrees with a bit of sun. And that is all I have for now for your forecast, but stay tuned as I go over how cold it will really end up being this time next week. Back to you, Kennedy. Golden Flashes to your pre-fall break weather report. There is no smoke up here, but looking at our state temperatures, we are certainly resembling the temperatures down in Florida. Looking right now at Northeast Ohio, Kent, Ashtabula, and Youngstown are all sitting at 79 degrees. Shout out Y-Town. Canton's sitting at 80. Worcester's down at 78. Mansfield and Sandusky are also at 79, and Cleveland is jumping a little bit higher than normal at 83 degrees. Moving to the whole state of Ohio, Akron is sitting at 80 degrees, Steubenville is at 79, Athens is at 81, Columbus and Dayton are sitting at 85, Lima is at 84, and Cincinnati down at 83 degrees. And moving into your 7-day forecast, Thursday is going to have a high of 79 degrees with a low of 60, and there is a 40% chance of rain. There is rain likely on Friday with a high of 68 degrees and a low of 44. Saturday, there is a smaller chance of rain with a high of 53, 41. Sunday, no rain, but there will be a decent amount of wind with a high of 51 degrees and a low of 40. We're getting into these lower temperatures here this week. You can see Monday is a high of 52 with a low of 39. It will be a little bit humid, but you know, in these senses of the word, you'll just have to defrost your windshields a little bit in the morning commute. On Tuesday, we'll have some light winds, but generally mild with a high of 55 and a low of 39. And on Wednesday, we'll get a bit of sun with a high of 59 degrees and a low of 42. As we had stated before, we are finally reaching these lower temperatures of fall in October. So if you've been waiting for your warm sweaters and a nice cozy blanket, this upcoming week will be the time. And with that, my report ends here. From the Franklin Hall studio, I'm Sophia Sainato. Have a great fall break, Portage County. Good evening, Kent State and all of Portage County. My name is Sophia Sainato, and I'm here with your forecast for the upcoming week. I'm happy to report we have no chances of severe weather, and looking at what we're currently experiencing in Kent, the weather truly isn't bad at all. It is 64 degrees, and I will say it does feel like 62. We have some winds making it feel a little colder than it actually is. Dew points at 38, winds are east-northeast at 9 miles an hour, low humidity at 39%, and full visibility at 10 miles. Going forward into tomorrow's forecast, it's going to be a high of 60 degrees, and it's going to be cloudy with a slight chance of rain and some light winds. Those winds will be south by southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour, and your sunset will be at 6:49 p.m. Moving into my campus forecast for tomorrow, you can see there won't be much sun at all. At 8 a.m. tomorrow, as you're going to those early classes, it's going to be 49 degrees, but there will be little to no winds, so I would say still bring a light jacket, but nothing too crazy. By noon, we'll warm up a little bit, about 56 degrees. It'll be cloudy and humid, and then those winds are going to pick up by 6 p.m., and it's going to be about 57 degrees, so if you have some of those later classes as well, I'd recommend bundling up. And that is all I have for now, so stay tuned for my second block where we will discuss how the entire state of Ohio is looking, as well as my outlook for the next week. Back to you guys at the desk. Everyone, and welcome back. Right now we're looking at Northeast Ohio with some pretty mild temperatures all across this region. Kent State's sitting at 61 degrees along with Cleveland. Ashtabula's down at 59. Worcester, Canton, and Youngstown are all at 63 degrees, and Sandusky and Mansfield are all sitting at 64. Moving across to the entire state of Ohio, Akron's sitting at 63 degrees, Steubenville at 64, Athens is at 66, Columbus and Cincinnati are at 68. Dayton is sitting very nicely at 69 degrees Fahrenheit, and Lima is at 67. Moving into my 7-day forecast tomorrow, we will have a high of 60 with a low of 45, and as I said, it's going to be pretty cloudy with some humidity for you as well. Moving into Friday's forecast, it's going to be 63 with a low of 49. It's going to be partly cloudy. We'll see a little bit of sun peeking through here. On Saturday and Sunday, we're going to have rain. It'll be more likely to pour down on us on Saturday with a high of 55 and a low of 44. On Monday, there is a chance of showers, but nothing crazy with a high of 52 and a low of 43. Tuesday, rain is possible once again with a high of 53 and a low of 41. And this time next week, we luckily will not be having nearly as much of a chance of rain with a high of 56 and a low of 39. And that is all I have for your Hump Day weather forecast. With winter weather on the horizon, stay informed at kentwire.com so you know just how much to bundle up. Reporting for TV2 News, I'm Sophia Sainato. Stay warm, Portage County.
Well, Matt, with the fall season in full blast, that can only mean one thing.
What's that?
The dreaded snow is coming.
Yeah, I was going to say, it may not feel like it now, guys, but we're going to get to like November, December, and that snow's just going to kill us.
Hit.
Oh,
Yeah, well, our own Sophia Sainato is here, and Sophia, should we expect that snow anytime soon?
I am happy to report that we should not be expecting that snow
There we
anytime
go.
soon. I'll tell you in a little bit, we're actually facing some pretty mild temperatures, and for our homecoming game on Saturday, for trick-or-treaters on Halloween, we're looking at some pretty solid temperatures that are standard for this season. Speaking of those temperatures, good evening, Kent State and all of Portage County. It's time for your report on the weather as we head over the hump of the week. Looking at our conditions currently in Kent, Ohio, it feels like 59 degrees, which for October is not common at all. To be quite frank with all of you, it does feel like 58 degrees right now. The wind is affecting that temperature just slightly, but today's been a pretty solid day temperature-wise. I had a really nice walk on campus, and I hope you did too. Our dew point is at 40 degrees. The wind is north at 6 miles an hour. The humidity is at 49%. We have full visibility at 10 miles. Moving into my forecast for tomorrow, it is a high of 63. We have cloudy skies with light rain later in the day, and it is going to be windy. As you can see, I have the wind forecasted to be going southwards at 12 miles an hour, and your sunset will be at 6:38 p.m. So make sure to bring your umbrellas and be careful for the wind when using them. Moving into my on-campus forecast of the day, at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, it's going to be 47 degrees and cloudy, so my folks with 8 a.m.s, be sure to bring a jacket. Once we reach 12 o'clock, it's going to be cloudy and windy, with a little bit of sun peeking through, but not much, at 58 degrees. And by the time you're getting out of your afternoon classes, going to evening ones, it's going to be 61 degrees, cloudy, and no rain at that point in the day yet, but there is a chance of rain later on in the evening. And that is all I have for now. Stay tuned for my next block where we'll dive into temperatures across the state of Ohio, and I'll let you know how much more rain we'll have to put up with, especially with the festivities scheduled for homecoming this Saturday. Back to you guys at the desk. Welcome back, everyone. Right now we're looking at temperatures in Northeast Ohio, which are looking pretty solid for what I would consider, the middle of October. Not expecting it to be this warm. Ashtabula, Youngstown, and Canton are all sitting at 58. Kent's at 59, and Worcester's and Mansfield are both at 57. Sandusky's up at 60, and Cleveland is over at 61 degrees. Moving across to the entire state of Ohio, Akron is at 58, Steubenville's at 57, and Athens is at 69. Everyone else is breaking that 60-degree mark, with Columbus at 61 as well as Lima, Dayton at 63, and Cincinnati really jumping in those temperatures at 66 degrees. Going into my 7-day forecast, tomorrow is a high of 63 with a low of 51. It's going to be rainy and windy, as I had mentioned before. On Friday, rain showers are likely with a high of 57 and a low of 44. On Saturday, with our homecoming game, rain is a little less likely, but it's still going to be chilly with a high of 52 and a low of 42. On Sunday, no more rain, so everyone can rejoice with that. With a high of 47 and 35, I will say that that is pretty solid considering the 3 days of rain we're going to be having for the rest of this week. Going into next week, our sun will return with a high of 54 and a low of 36. It's going to warm up on Tuesday with a high of 63 and a low of 49. And on Wednesday, our clouds will return a little bit, but we're still going to actually be really warm with a high of 67 and a low of 55. And that's all I have for you all tonight. With more information on your forecast in the coming days, be sure to come back to TV2 with all you will need to know. Reporting from the Franklin Hall studio, I'm Sophia Sainato. Back to you.